When propagate a rigor just we get to rate the Raban's poet, the final poet, the repressor, and the repressor phase, therefore the person with the year. And they will repair the Fourier transformation provider because the fact of vanishing the subsequent from the vector rest is a very press. Yes, so that's a factor, the numerical factor. That's another reset that compare the set of English dimensional operation of higher order multiple cell on the complete image when final diagram because in physical understanding of reaction non-quantum mechanics energy, that's quantum number, so quantum number, that's one amplitude, combination amplitude where packet we get dependent, therefore the indicator embrace a lifetime state of the recipe consider scattering process of data control diagram for the effective action those figure in the internal propagators and the support that center of mass energy support across the center propagator process channel extension on a mistake the wind the contribute to scattering weak how necessary contribute to scattering extend the further quickly for the manual control when the amount of which the particle are the record from the combination of set and it can have the choking of the central propagation of the Weinberg one. Indeed, the dimensional propagator the section computer produce several 6-dimensional limits larger way define how when the real course of the logarithm up to the support the intercept limits massive particle large program restricted limit we can mean the mistake when some mistake rule the movement the damage therefore throughout the physical science necessary to make various under the mistake forward the mistake steering the mechanism something of courseこれはまだです。また会いましょう。できましたよ。We have assumed that can isolate invariant particle randomized binding expansion section 5 dependent on the gap between the article system and multiple continue. However, gap vanishing cell mistake particle this is possible scattering possible. Involvable cannot the sum of variety expression directly on the sum of the extra particle handling the state of the particle with the screw process on the high energy particle actual has the particle waste and masculine energy related to the particular amount of possible was scattering place some process on the this process possible outgoing process we process we from the define and diagonal angle from particular spin that this gives standard sum of diagonal contribute to particle on the this is the calculating formula that's process spin combination point makes it possible diagonal is possible understanding process consider possible we set the computer appropriate system to get cross section that the process that once you want the define outgoing particular the works of the process that's with the factor continuum particular assume the continuum answer cannot also the physical quantum which is a good remind the rest of possible element the speed of risk which is the second similar possible the essential particle position of more state explanation from the whole for the second note the group of the decimal we consider particle measure of integral term form integral become masses of matter relation for the weather from the we know cut of left there will become we will discuss also for the loop course we now are looking for the detailed formula case scattering space and dimensions given the table problem soft particle small this problem concept particle small the whatever the detection from the consider framework, we can since once the given to immediately using function the grammar and repeating the case of when the case of function group if here where the article was a very good was able to go to the it in message go to the kind of message or to the matter the assembly get home get it form make it go to the formula the integration was we get to the this can continue I can't spend one the article of particular the correlation article of particular there the correlation was a very particular that the coupling regular averages that's a category particular one to shoot of the regular that's a formula we can answer you know I can't contact the fire a moment to go on the order particular contact on that's now the candidate right through regular provided the binding the dictate one of the weather correlation on the relation to the limit research to handle the conservation review. Local has a regular scheme with the regular horse of home, regular horse of message for the horse of the horse of the dervish of winter. When the issue for the horse of the also for the control message Lawrence one has a message limited to horns to operate and import however the automatic barrier define particular problem operates for no much you can get to her no matter what schedule with the point. It's a simple this one the discussion no matter what the case with not doing this is very enjoyed the more than asking for just a different scheme with the control issues on the much research found the scheme introduced the scheme was that's a rare scheme again that's a hundred where the candidate special parameter phrase what do this mean versus the scheme provide no have the home define message provide a hundred when the provide the rest on the multiple ways for external part that's a correct and one part whether the triangle operator exists to formula moment for the reverse form a correct right parameter that's a particular formula regulator for the blue a static triangle to put the triangle and rest for the triangle and provide the rain for the internet contributed to the regulator with the mathematics contributed probably incorporates the formula of mentioned for the scheme scheme between the between operation that's the working function of the scheme of physical percentage to however handed the expression that the difference barrel just the physical contamination of the question of the get on one function of the the measure name computer assumes the calculated analysis scheme just step includes the question whether rate of finding magical consumer measures the sequence of detection of the derivation of the derivation and continue to a function like the derivation final equation explain the remit of school of depend on the problem depend on the emission regular on the term depend on minus and difference time right the equation this function we also fully consider the convention or the matter of the receive the this react barrier solver keeping the time solution is that's increase the degree of always say that this kind of degree right for the focus on what the degree of improve more cover don't there for that the barrier on there energy for the the commercial this is single this is the basic analysis physical graduation analysis with Maria said I should be the for them case this and what's wrong with them that is a grant the chromodynamic expression which group who do regulation system function for raising for example increases the from graduation now regular houses who will possible regulation massive content so go no matter if you go to cost of good cost of problem set to go high road good cost of go this is a management section whole scheme for a particular each of the whole work for woman is medical go when they repeat how by all the parameter depression education will go has your money go has to go to parameter 如果我还说修这个干不这个也走了，也是我很多人搞的，如果社会不好嘛，关系了，我修个干不能把修行，方面的关系了，也走了，也走后头呢，这个我个好像搞没得，没得碰到我这个这个好像我修这个这个，我这个修这个这个好像这个我修这个那边的好的我修这个我修这个我这个。Mini banalmente más y lo que son las acciones que yo juego yo creo en parte que lo va a hacer que no me voy a ver una issue yo lo puedo que hacer lo grupo más lo que te da se se me lo right lo fue que como de fue incluso lo límite de eso indem me creo que con no de eso es high o de eso de me hace joder de eso de correcto con el regalo yo de take lo la parte de eso When the handling the same rats function or the scattering independent highway matter particular calculation computer then my group